Hi, I'm Jonah Biggin, and you may remember me from such videos as Ruben Amorim in Crisis and Man United in Trouble. No? That's strange. Oh yeah, no one viewed it. Thanks, YouTube. Anyways, now that we've got that out of the way, Manchester United in the EFL Cup lost to Grimsby Town on penalties. 18 minutes worth of penalties after a 2-2 draw in full time. You can't write it. Manchester United were absolutely shocking today. We couldn't get out our own half. We couldn't keep the ball. Positionally awful. Effort awful. Shape awful. Tactics awful. System, once again, awful. Again, we come into this game week with Arsenal was a good performance in the opening game week where we lost 1-0, but we battered them. Oh, we were so much better, we were so much this, we were so much that, and we lost 1-0. And then we have an awful performance away to Fulham where we should have arguably lost. And people coming into this game week confident about the system. I can't say that I didn't call it roller clip. Away fixture in the Cup to Grimsby, which you'd hope could be a good game for us. But I am not a fan of this system. And I can't see it working in a defensive setup whatsoever. And it worries me that we're going playing at Grimsby and we've got a keeper that can't defend crosses and doesn't know what to do when it comes in the box. We've got a back line that doesn't know how to defend crosses. We've got fullbacks being 2v1'd and outnumbered in nearly every scenario, and we're flat-footed and unreactive and stationary deep in our own half with our centre mids on the defence's toes every single time the opposition get the ball, invited with a red carpet rolled out to come into our half, and there's no aggression, there's no readiness to go out and close down. It's troubling. You would think, and you should think, that Manchester United can go and get a result, but it does make you think. Not being able to go defend crosses, not being able to get out your own half, not being able to stop any form of attack and completely losing all shape and just being on the edge of your box against a Grimsby makes you worried about. So to start things off, let's have a look at the lineup and let's have a look at how I rated them today. Starting in net with Onana, he was shocking. The first goal is an extremely poor effort to save that. It's at his near post, which he's got covered, or he should have had covered. He doesn't get down nearly quick enough, doesn't react nearly quick enough. Awful body shape, awful body position. Terrible keeping for that first goal. And then for the second goal, comes out, doesn't claim a cross, punching at thin air, actually ends up punching one of his own players, misses the ball completely. It drops right in front of a Grimsby Town player and he slots it home for 2-0. So 2-0 down, 2 goalkeeping mistakes. It's not a Manchester United game week without a goalkeeping error, it seems. Of course, the game then went to penalties and he ended up saving one. But again, he got his hands on about 4 penalties and he doesn't save 3 of them. He's a baffling keeper. 4.8 for Onana. Awful game. Moving on to the back line, we had a back 3 of Aidan Heaven, Harry Maguire and Tyler Fredrickson. For Fredrickson, it was a tough game for him. He's just a kid. It's a tough system to come into. It's a tough team to come into. It's tough form to come into. It's not the kindest of games for him. He tried to be direct with his passing, he tried to put a bit of fizz on it, he tried to break out into midfield sometimes when there wasn't anything on, as there was so little option the entire game for that back line, and they just had to recycle it and recycle it and recycle it, and Grimsby just edge and edge forward and eat up the space and eat up the pitch and just completely camp out on side our 18-yard box. So it's a tough game for Fredrickson. He's just a kid. Similarly with Aidan Heaven as well, he's young, it's a tough scenario to come into. I think Heaven did marginally better. Harry Maguire I thought was one of our best players today. He had his moments where he was too keen for a tackle and giving away some poor fouls here and there. His positioning at times was pretty ropey, but again, as we're going to get into, we're going to have a look at some of the tactical analysis of some chances that Grimsby had today and some of the goals that they scored and some of the chances that they didn't even score and how badly we looked and how bad we were set up. But he goes and gets our goal at the end of the game to make it 2-2, to put us through to penalties, to actually give us a chance. Great presence in the box, helped out defensively, met his challenge as well, followed his men pretty well for most of the game. He had a good game with a 7.7 rating. Moving on to the midfield, Patrick Dorgu was taken off after the first half, and for good reason, because his decision making once again this week was shocking. Passes, crosses, long balls here, there and everywhere, and nearly none of them meet their intended target. Diogo Dalot was a safe pair of hands today. He was decent, he was solid enough, but the system completely isolates him. It leaves him on 2v1s all the time, it leaves him 60 yards up the pitch. Manuel Ugarte was atrocious. He gives the ball away nearly every time he gets it. He's 10 yards off his man that he should be marking. He's 10 yards off where he should be to be open for a pass. His touch is woeful, runs himself into trouble with his dribbles. Awful performance again, 4.9. Kobbie Mainoo I thought was our best player today. He wasn't perfect and there was moments where he was a little bit sloppy, a little bit rusty. I guess that goes with not getting played for no reason and being our best ball carrier. But overall, he was really positive. He was carrying the ball well, he was trying to take people on. He did take a few people on within the game. Trying forward passes, through balls, over the top, cheeky, clever little chips over the back line that was so deep and became even deeper and deeper as the game went on for Grimsby, as they were trying to, rightly so, hold on to that lead. And he was someone that was actually able to transition the ball from our back line, from our own half, into Grimsby's half, be positive, head up, play forward and play attacking football. He had a good game today. He also provided the assist for Brian Mbeumo's first goal for Manchester United and our first goal of the game. Moving on to our front line, we had Cunha, Sesko and Ahmad. Cunha was as positive as he's been. Super positive, super attacking, super bright, full of energy, full of desire, full of confidence. He didn't really have much today because we couldn't ever really get it to them. And that's how the game went. The team had an overall atrocious performance. The system is not working, as I've mentioned in many videos, the videos I've mentioned today, and he struggled for service. He ended up missing his penalty, unfortunately, as well in the penalty shootout. These are penalty shootouts, these things happen. You don't leave the first round of the cup away at Grimsby to a penalty shootout. Sesko was fairly poor today. In the first half he had some decent chances that he helped create himself with some great runs. He was doing the right things, trying to bury it bottom corner, keeping it down. He got up for a good header in the first half as well, which went down as a good chance, and he did okay. When he had the option and when he had the chance, he retained the ball well as well. He kept the ball well, using his body smartly. But unfortunately for Sesko, he missed a howler at the end of the game. Unfortunately, the life of the striker is that when you are called upon and it matters, you need to make it count, and he unfortunately didn't today. But that goes with playing time and confidence and time in general. I thought Ahmad was really poor today. Very sulky and throwing his arms around an awful lot when he wasn't getting a pass or when it didn't come to him, or something didn't go right, or a decision didn't go his way. Doesn't matter, play on and get back in shape, because Lord knows this team needs your help with shape, and we need all 11 men that we can get. Wasteful at times, slowed things down quite a bit with his ball rolls and cutting inside and then just recycling it. I understand sometimes to not look stuff on, but he was just quite poor today. Then moving on to the bench, we had Mason Mount, Brian Mbeumo, Bruno Fernandes and Matthias de Ligt come on. I think out of them all, Brian had the best game. Obviously he came on and scored that first goal, he took it really well. But unfortunately he missed his penalty, which lost us the game. But that could have been anyone. It was an 18-minute penalty shootout. It could have been anyone, and that's how it goes sometimes. Mason Mount is extremely average, came on in that left forward position. It doesn't really suit him. There's not a position that really suits Mason in this team. Go figure. Ruben Amorim loves to play him regardless though, because it doesn't matter, because I like Mason. So let's just put Mason on. Wasn't really up to much. Bruno was pretty poor when he came on. Gave the ball away an awful lot and was quiet at times as well, where he went missing, where we really needed him. Where he did step up, however, is he buried both penalties extremely comfortable after that nervy penalty that he skied just this past weekend away at Fulham. It is an awful team performance, and that is not surprising if you watch the game. It's not surprising if you watch the highlights. It's not surprising if you didn't and you just looked at the scoreline. Grimsby were fantastic, let's not get that wrong. Grimsby were brilliant. In that first half, they completely figured Manchester United out, negated their midfield, strolled right past them and just went to go press that back line that cannot get the ball out of its own half and even out of its own unit into the midfield. He then sends the full-backs right up the pitch. It makes no sense. There's no connectivity. No one's near each other apart from in our own box. It's bizarre. It's baffling. But Grimsby figured that out right away. Came and pressed it. Came and harassed us. And how did Grimsby score the goals? It's like I predicted in that video. Through crosses and putting the ball into the box. It's not hard. It's a free cross into the box each time. And the back line with the centre mids tucked right in to make a back five of centre halves are completely flat and completely stuck. Also playing a high line. So deep, but playing a high line in a deep context. Does that even make sense? I hope it makes sense, because I'm going to hopefully show you what I'm talking about in just a second when we go to the analysis of some of the chances and goals that Grimsby had today. In the first chance that Grimsby have, we see that Grimsby have just won the ball back from Ugarte, and you immediately look at our shape and you think, what's gone wrong here? Because we've got Ahmad in centre mid next to Kobe. We've got Ugarte on the floor over here, and we've got Dalot all the way up here. And already you can start to see the pattern forming with Dalot and his positioning and where Ruben Amorim has the fullbacks in possession, which is baffling that they're this high up, because we can see a Grimsby Town player already completely on his own. So our right forward is in centre mid, our other centre mid's on his arse, our right backs at right wing, and it's absolutely all over the shop. And already you can see how tight these three are, and they're going up against a front three where we've got two men out wide, completely unmarked, unoccupied, completely on their own. Grimsby give the ball out wide, stretching United's narrow defence, and we can see this left winger completely on his own once again. Because Dalot's still not even in shot. Dalot's still not in shot here in this next shot, as this right winger's cut back in to cross it. At this point, Tyler Fredrickson has come too close inside and he's took too much in, and he needs to really not immediately get out to this player, but he needs to just come here. He unfortunately doesn't. That comes with experience, but it also comes with a system. Every single time, it's as I said last week against Fulham, and in the analysis in that video, he doesn't want his centre halves going out. He wants them completely narrow. But he wants his centre halves narrow, and he wants his full backs 70 yards up the pitch. So who's going to defend out wide? And when the full backs are there, they get no help from the centre mids, because the centre mids are informed to sit right on the toes of the centre halves and also stay narrow. Grimsby Town player now swings this ball over to the back stick, as he should. The player receives it completely on his own, and now Tyler Fredrickson's having to come over and come across to try and block it. You see Agate and Dallo there, completely off it. Both of these players still aren't even in our own box. Still aren't even defending it. Leaving Tyler Fredrickson to go out there and deal with it, which would have been easier to do if he was informed to do that and allowed to do that in the system, and people did that in the system. Oh, it's just Tyler Fredrickson. Oh, it's just this. It's just that. It's the players. They're not putting. They don't. It's the system. This has been the system since the very start. Centre halves narrow, don't go out to help. Centre mids narrow, don't go out to help. Centre mids on top of the centre halves to make a back five of centre halves. Full backs either isolated when we're defending, or if we're in possession, halfway up the pitch. It's a baffling system. And Grimsby going and score, he took that beautifully. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Look once again at how deep we are. This is our striker, Sesko. Cunha, left of the striker, in a front three, is on our own 18-yard box. And we're just stood in this completely flat back line with Cunha and Sesko. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In a complete flat back line. Not one person goes out to defend this. A flat back line, man free on the ball to cross it, perfect space to put it into, and look how difficult this is to defend when they put this ball into the box for who it goes towards in Aiden Heaven. He ends up having to run backwards towards his goal, stay goal side, and also then head it back out the way it came. It's so ridiculously tough to defend like this. And Onana has to come and meet it and deal with it. Does he? You already know he doesn't. Onana goes to claim it. Misses. Ends up claiming a Grimsby Town player instead of the ball, which is now currently in front of these 3 Grimsby Town players with this big white thing completely undefended. Goalkeeping error from a cross once again. And what did we say about crosses? Because crosses to this team are absolutely free. If you want to come and play in our half, have your entire team in our half and cross the ball whenever you want, come and play Manchester United, because you can do it any weekend or weekday. It's not the system. It's nothing to do with the system. It's not the system. Don't worry about that. It's just, system's spot on. It's these bloody players. It's the same cycle, by the way, every time. Don't know if anyone's noticed that, as we've had United manager after United manager after United manager after Fergie, and system after system after system. That doesn't suit us, it doesn't suit the club. This club has a distinct system. We have distinct principles. We have a distinct way of playing. We have done. We have done through generation, through era, and we always will do. It's based off attack. It's based off wing play. It's based off flair. It's based off we'll score more than we'll concede. It's forward. It's pressing. It's attacking. It's aggressive. It's direct. You look at any era. Look at Sir Matt Busby's era. It's direct. It's attacking. It's in your face. If you look at Sir Alex Ferguson's era, it's direct. It's attacking. It's in your face. It's to the point. All these managers coming back into Manchester United, which has a club principle, which has a style, which has a system, which has an ethos, and trying to reinvent the wheel of Manchester United. We can play variations of that way, but that's our DNA as a club, and that's very important. This system has been the same system since day one that Ruben Amorim came in 50 games ago. 50 games ago. More losses than he has wins. Racking up the draws as well. 2 losses, 1 draw this season. Great start, brilliant, but we're so much better. Look at all this progress. Look at all this progress. Grimsby Town players got the ball. You can see at this stage in the game how happy Grimsby Town players are to just all bomb forward. They're not bothered about this bit of the pitch anymore, Grimsby Town, because they know that they won't have to play in that bit of the pitch, because Manchester United will never get there. We will never get it to that bit of the pitch. So as soon as Grimsby have played us for an hour, everyone in their midfield just bombs it. They just bomb it forward. Because if we did get in a scenario that we would play it out at the back as well and get it into that midfield area, we'd play it back into the back. We'd play it back into that hole that we've just worked our way out of. We do it all the time. This player shifts the ball out wide, now stretching this back line. And look at how worrying that is as an image. Now that you know that Maguire is out of the scenario and out of this situation, we see a ball running through to this player here, and it's 1, 2, 3 versus 1. Defending. Back 5. He comes out in his interview after. It's nothing to do with the system. It's nothing to do with the system. But won't change the system. But won't change formation. It's nothing to do with the formation. It's nothing to do with the system. Well, that's strange, because I think football is a lot to do with formation, and I think it's a lot to do with system. So what's it down to? If it's nothing to do with formation and system, let's play 10 up front, 0 at the back. No one's come up with that yet. It's nothing to do with system, because they'll all figure it out whilst they're on the pitch anyway. And they won't. What you want about is nothing to do with system. That's all this guy is system. That's all Ruben Amorim was and was being marketed as he came. Tactical genius. He knows it all. It's the system. He's taken over Europe with it. We can't take over Grimsby Town. So lower league clubs aren't going to be walked over. You go to Grimsby in that storm, in that hurricane, you got a game of football on your hands. Because this is everything to them. We saw it at the end as they had a pitch invasion. It's everything to them. So they're going to fight tooth and nail. It's not going to be a walk in the park, but you're Man United. And you're in the Premier League. So you should be far better. The tactical difference, the ability, the technical ability. The players as athletes. It should be all levels above Grimsby Town. Grimsby Town outplayed us. They figured us out in 10 minutes, if that. 5. At a push. Outworked us, outplayed us, outthought us, out-attacked us. The only time Grimsby Town came into trouble is because they ran out of steam, they ran out of gas. They had to make some substitutions. Some of their better players had to go off that knew the system, that knew the roles, that knew what they were doing, and they would have still gone on to hurt us if they had the legs for it. They don't have the legs for it. That's all that happened. So after that, they just sat back and they tried to preserve that 2-0 lead. They couldn't. Fortunately for them, they went on to win on penalties, as they rightly should have. And again, it leaves a very sorry sight. Not a clue what he's pointing to. And we've got Aiden Heaven versus 3. We see those 2 last-ditch efforts as they crumple onto the ball, smothering it. Hero plays as it goes out for a corner. So it ended 2-2 at full time, but Grimsby had 2 disallowed goals. It's very bleak It's very bleak for Manchester United. Ruben Amorim is in crisis, and Manchester United are in trouble. Extremely poor Manchester United. They've got Burnley. I believe they then have a break in some fixtures, which you could only hope that they take time to improve in. And then it's back for City and Chelsea. Now, doesn't that sound inviting as a Manchester United fan? Anyways, thank you for watching. This has been The Bright Side.